name is LoeyLane, and I'm so excited to tell you guys about my new podcast, Internet Urban Legends, with my BFF Snitchery.
We deep dive into the darkest corners of the internet to uncover whether some of the most notorious web myths are hoax or whether they're con. Internet Urban Legends, available exclusively on Spotify.
Hello, my loves. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Hi, hello. My name is Loey. I'm currently drinking the best boba of my life, and I'm trying you can kind of see it there. I have little heart-shaped bobas in this drink. Isn't that cute? I think that you guys know it's practically an addiction at this point. My love of the dark and spooky side of TikTok. There's something about a quick bite-sized amount of horror that really sends me down a rabbit hole of wanting to know the full story. There have been a couple of different projects that I'm working on from the dark and the scary and the spooky side of TikTok, but there's one account in particular that I can't get my mind off of. And for so long I was like, do I really want to make a full video about this? Because I've mentioned these TikToks in my haunted TikTok compilations before, but I think this story is worthy of diving deeper into. And that is the story of the TikTok account, Theater of the Absurd. This TikTok account is run by a man named Bailey who works as a caretaker, almost like a guard for a theater in his local community. Now, he doesn't share exactly where this theater is, but it's clear even just by looking at it that it has a very rich history and a lot has happened in this theater. As a result, this place seems to be a paranormal hotspot. And nothing shows that better, I think, than in Bailey's very first video on the account.
Alright guys, so I work at this old theater and been hearing a noise. It's a really beautiful theater, as you can see, if you can see it at all. But I keep hearing a noise in here and there's not supposed to be anybody here, so just double checking, but I wanted to film it. Just in case. There's the ghost light. It's a light we keep on for ghosts, for people who still remain here and whatnot. And, what the fuck? What is that? Hold on, let me get a better look. Oh shit.
Bailey explains that he's hearing noises in the theater, but that no one is supposed to be in there. That's when he catches a glimpse of what appears to be a man in a suit sitting in one of the upper balconies, saying nothing, just staring. The theater is empty, no one is supposed to be inside, and Bailey explains that when he went to investigate, no one was actually physically there. A few days later, after posting this, he says that he had heard a clapping noise from the theater and again went to investigate to see if somebody had broken in or if somebody was there after hours.
I was just coming up here to check the fire extinguisher. I'm up in the light booth right now and I swear to God I heard somebody clapping. And I looked down on the stage and I thought I saw something, but I have not. I've been calling down for about a minute and I haven't heard anything, and I honestly should have just been filming this whole time. I'm sorry I wasn't, but this is the window that I saw something in the other day. I'm gonna go up there and check it later once I get all the lights on, but
we don't see much in this TikTok, but it's apparent even just from this video alone that hearing and seeing things that don't make a lot of sense is kind of just part of the job description. And Bailey decides that when he experiences anything strange, he's just going to start trying to capture it. He's not a professional ghost hunter. He doesn't do this for a living. He doesn't have a ton of experience with hunting ghosts. He just wants to capture the events that seem to happen to him on a fairly regular basis. In his next video, he hears a door open on its own. When he goes to investigate, not only is the door wide open, there's no one in sight. As soon as he stops recording, something pushes Bailey, and he notices that the cabinet door off to the side swings open on its own. At this point, people had so many questions. Why don't you quit? What is this ghost? Bailey answered a lot of the more popular questions and explained that he loves the theater. He loves theater itself. It's just that this is kind of something that comes with the job. And the owners of this theater are well aware of its haunted history.
Alright guys, what's up? I just wanted to answer a few questions for you so you can understand what's going on here a little better. 1. Are these videos real? Yes. In fact, part of my training when I got here in January, I've only been here since January, was being told about how there are things that happen here on the daily. Occurrences, sightings, voices, stuff like that, and you just have to deal with it. They do little things, they mess with you, but they're artists, that's what they do, so I figured why not document it on TikTok. 2, why don't I quit? I need a job. I like theater. Last but not least, people ask, why don't you tell us what theater it is? Honestly, if you figure it out, that's fine, but I don't need people showing up here. We got enough people here on the security cams every night trying to get in. I don't need a bunch of locals showing up because they saw it on TikTok. And the final thing I wanted to say, if you made it this far, I appreciate you, is that I understand and do believe in spirits, so I am not with them, I'm not doing things to mess with them, I'm just documenting.
So it's just part of the job description, to know that weird things are gonna happen, things that you can't quite explain. But Bailey's on a mission to capture those that he can on camera for us. And that is a great summary of the TikTok account as a whole. Just a man doing his job and capturing some of the paranormal activity that he sees on a daily basis. In response to one commenter who urged Bailey to just sit quietly in the theater and record and see if anything happened, he obliged, saying that it scared the pants off of him. But this is when he caught what sounds like a very light clapping sound on camera. Someone in the comments pointed out that this doesn't really sound like audience clapping, like applause, you know? It sounded more like a distinct count clap, meaning that whoever was clapping was maybe clapping in performers and could potentially be someone who worked there. The activity just continues to ramp up at this point in the account, with Bailey one day saying that he thought he heard someone playing piano in the theater.
Alright guys, so I'm here late at night checking in on the place because the sirens went off. That means that somebody was trying to get in. Got here, there wasn't anybody here, but I just heard the piano in the small space, so I think there might be somebody there. Someone in here? Hello? Fuck. Shit. Hey, you're not supposed to be in here. Who is it? Oh, shit.
When he asks who's there, you can hear these low notes play from the piano, and it's bone chilling. The next update is when he shows something, maybe it's like from the lobby of the theater or something. I always wish I had a better understanding of how it was all laid out, just out of sheer curiosity. But he shows something that I guess has always happened in this area, and there's no real explanation for it. And that is the fact that the rug will lift up on its own, despite no wind, no airflow, literally nothing like that. The rug's corners will often just fly on up.
Woo! All right, y'all, my heart is racing. Okay, so I see this sometimes. I've been trying to catch this on camera. Nothing over here. I promise there's nothing over here. I'm not doing anything to manipulate this. Watch. Look, do you see that? This is what I'm talking about. Okay, check it out. I'm gonna get another one. Look, I'm not doing anything, I swear. I'm just standing here. I see this all the time. It only happens, okay, yeah, see? It only happens to this. Okay, that's the biggest I've ever seen it.
These were the videos of 2020 that I thought were most relevant to share with you. And then we move into January of 2021. Bailey doesn't exactly post these 24/7. He's not constantly doing, you know, like live streams and stuff like that, at least from what I'm seeing. He only posts when he has something to share. And in January of last year, did he ever have something to share?
All right, guys, I've been getting a lot of requests just to hang out in the theater alone in the dark. So here we go. Okay, so I'm here in the empty theater. Pretty depressing during COVID times. Hopefully we can get things back open. Back there's the shop. This is backstage. Can't see it very well, but what? Look, guys, holy sh**. I'm turning the lights on.
In this clip, we can see a dark frame that quickly ducks behind the door when it thinks it's been spotted. Now, Bailey doesn't notice that while he's filming, but what he does notice is what seems to be the ghost light, the light that they leave on for the ghosts on stage, inching closer and closer to him. So next, Bailey kind of shows just like what he does on a day-to-day basis. It's not constantly investigating full body apparitions and stuff like that. Most days, it's just entering the theater in the dark to turn on the lights. Bailey explains that he often will hear idle chatter or applause as he goes to open up shop for the day, turn on the theater lights, do all that stuff, but literally that he's been trained to ignore it. And when he does turn on the lights of the theater, you almost expect someone to be staring back at you, but it's always empty. These ghosts are not just all unidentified patrons of the past, however. There is one woman in particular who Bailey describes as Lenore, or the woman in the yellow dress, who is said to often keep an eye on the dressing rooms in the basement of this theater. So it would seem that maybe she worked in costuming before, or just worked as almost like a theater mom, keeping everyone together. And so far, to count our ghosts, we have the man in the balcony, of course. We have this choreographer, or maybe just someone who worked at the theater, who is counting people in on claps. And we have Lenore, the lady in the yellow dress. And now we get introduced to maybe someone entirely new, who Bailey says that he heard singing in the empty theater.
I keep hearing singing in the main stage, but when I walk in, it stops. Alright, I'm gonna try and turn the lights off and seeing if I can hear the music again, but it sounds like singing. The things I do for y'all.
One commenter told Bailey to tell this singing patron that they think their voice is lovely. And when Bailey obliges, you can hear this almost like giddy, half giggle, half like squeal in response.
Your voice is pretty.
If a theater were to be haunted, this is certainly how it would be, right? People continuing to play piano, continuing to count off the orchestra or the dancers of the theater, people continuing to do their jobs, or just wait for the next performance to come on. I'm sure that this theater was a home for a lot of creatives, and so it makes sense that they would continue to live out their days even long after they've passed. A while later, the motion sensor light in the theater gets tripped, and so Bailey goes to investigate. When he does, he notices what seems to be two people up in the upper kind of loft of the theater, staring back at him.
What's up, y'all? As always, if the sensor gets tripped, I film it just in case we see anything. So here we go. It's 9 p.m. on a Saturday. Ghost light is on. No one in here. Hello? Okay.
They seem to be a man and a woman, just based on what I can tell, and they say nothing as he films them. the video cuts off and people were amazed, startled, confused by what this was. Bailey explains in the next video though that the minute that he saw those figures, he immediately stopped recording and ran right out of the theater. This seems to be common protocol. Once you realize that they're not real people, they're not real tangible people, which Bailey also posts on, you know, his TikTok account. He'll post like real people who are hanging around the theater or talk about like real break-ins that they've experienced, but he works there, and I think that he knows the difference. And the minute that he realizes that something is paranormal or otherworldly, he just walks away. Like I said before, this is just protocol. When he notices chatter or applause or anything that's not really there, he just ignores it. And I think that I should of course clarify here that Bailey is not constantly talking about the haunting. Like I said, he will talk about other things with the theater or just things that he likes, things of his interest. And the experiences that he is having span out over like a 2-year period here. It's not like he's going through this and experiencing the most severe haunting of his life like every single day. But it does seem to be part of the workload. Also, of course, they definitely range in severity of the haunting. Yeah. Like in this video, how Bailey is trying to show us something else that he thinks that he hears or sees, when suddenly we see a shadowy figure pass in the background. Or another rendition of his Q&A, where he answers some of the most popular questions that people have.
Secondly, the reason that video cuts off is because I shut it off. The second that I noticed something up there, it took me a second, I started to zoom. The second that I noticed figures up there, I shut it off and walked out. We went into search, we didn't find anybody. I called about 3 different people on the production staff that have worked here before to come in and be here with me. I don't call the cops for a lot of reasons. But if someone snuck in, they definitely didn't leave any evidence of it, and they got out quick without me noticing. So I don't have an explanation for this. I'm sure there is one. I'm not a ghost hunter. I don't know what I'm doing. I just work here.
But the next video, and this is a bold statement given what we've seen on the account so far, is potentially the scariest of them all. The motion sensor light in the basement has been set off in this video. And maybe this is Lenore just checking out the dressing rooms. But either way, Bailey goes to investigate. He's calling out, seeing if anyone is there, when he hears what sounds like the shower in one of the bathrooms turn on its own. Now, it's pitch black when Bailey comes around the corner, but somebody is in there.
Hey y'all, it's Bailey, it's midnight, and as always, when the security alarm gets tripped, I come in and I film it in case we see anything cool, or at least catch the person who sets it off. It's been a long time since we've seen anything cool or paranormal, but we'll see. Always filming. This was the basement alarm. See what we get. I'm very sleepy. Alright, so this is the basement. This is the green room. Anyone in here? Guess I can turn on the light. Hello? Alright. Wig room. Anyone in here? The bathroom.
The shower turns on and sends chills up my spine.
Whoa. Someone's in here. Yo, it's midnight. You...
Phone starts to glitch.
Someone behind that. Okay.
Just before he looks behind a curtain in the bathroom, his camera freaks out. That's when he exits the bathroom to go back into the basement, and things are not how he left it.
Alright, Let's see. There's gotta be somebody down here. Let's go the other way. Yo, these lights were off. Hello? Someone in here, seriously.
Someone has walked through the basement, opened every door, turned on every single light. Maybe, like I said, it's Lenore checking on the dressing rooms. Maybe it's a group of actors getting ready for a ghostly performance that we could never see. Or maybe it's something else entirely. Since then, Bailey has been giving out scary movie recommendations, talking about his own hobbies and interests, and there haven't really been any updates on the paranormal front. So safe to say things are probably a bit quiet as of late. I have showed a lot of these TikToks before here on my channel, like I said, in my haunted side of TikTok collections and all of that. But there's something about this account that always brings me back to it, always has me wondering when the next thing that I'll be tagged in on the Theater of the Absurd TikTok will be. It's a fantastic location, a beautiful building filled with so much history, so much life and love and tragedy, I'm sure, but it also seems to be a place where a lot of spirits call home. And I think that if anything is haunted, it is probably this theater. What do you guys think of this? Is it truly a haunted space, or is this something else? Let me know down below. I'm really interested to know what you guys think about TikTok's most haunted theater. For now, I want to say a really special thank you to my subscriber, Cass Charles, for being a member of this channel. Don't forget that if you want to join my channel memberships, get one extra members exclusive video every single month, as well as other members only perks, you can join us by clicking that little join button. It should be somewhere on the screen. We would love to have you. For now, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I love you very, very much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!